The USO Spring Troop Visit stops by Bagram Airfield.
Learn how you can donate blood at the upcoming American Red Cross Drive.
And the Fort Stewart community celebrates Women's History Month.
Welcome to this week's Marne Report. I'm Caitlin Kenny.
And I'm Sergeant First Class Jonathan Bell with 3rd ID Public Affairs. Actors, musicians, athletes, and military leadership participated in a USO Spring Troop Visit at Bagram Airfield in Afghanistan. Sergeant First Class David Wheeler catches up with the group.
You know, it's as soon as they asked me if I wanted to come on the USO tour, I definitely said yes, and to show my support for all the troops, and because all I do is play guitar. It's nothing, it's not anywhere close to what y'all do out here and all of the other bases around the world, and so I'm here to try to show as much support as I possibly can.
And I will do it for you.
I was kind of hesitant about going, and I just had fun just seeing everyone, and you get to see a lot of people that you work with, and everyone was just having fun and letting loose and having a good time. So it really was an escape from reality.
We're delighted to extend that tradition of USO tours today. We've got world-class Broadway musical entertainers. We've got platinum recording artists. We've got famous actors, TV and movie actors. We've got Miss America, I know you already heard that. And of course, we've got a bunch of really superb athletes. It's going to be a great afternoon.
It's a good tour, got a good group of people I'm with, and we're having fun just making the troops take their mind off of something for the day, Get them a little excited, put some smiles on some faces, and just have a good time.
We had this lady standing right next to us, huge Colts fan. Just so happened that their coach and a couple football players were there, and she got picked to go on stage, and she was so excited. It made her whole day, and that's one thing we're very thankful when they come, and literally they make our day being here.
Just want a big thank you to all the troops here in Afghanistan. It's the big sacrifice you guys make that allows us to play football on Sundays and enjoy the freedom that we have. We'll definitely be thinking of all of y'all as we start this season. Big thank you again, and stay safe.
I thank them very much for coming and supporting us all. It's an incredible feeling just to know that they're taking time out of their busy schedules to come out here, and it's a long flight. I mean, we all know what it's like. But just to come and give us this little show, this little taste of home, per se.
Thank y'all so much.
The 4th annual Brain Injury Awareness Walk took place March 7th at Lake Mayer in Savannah. Soldiers from Fort Stewart's Warrior Transition Battalion were there, as well as family and friends of those who have suffered from a brain injury.
The American Red Cross provides crucial services to our soldiers stationed on Fort Stewart and deployed overseas. Soldiers and their families showed up to support the Fort Stewart chapter of the Red Cross during their Run for Red 5K run and walk.
Today we have the Run for Red 5K. Run for Red 5K is a fundraising opportunity for the Club Beyond and Red Cross. We're putting this on for the Club Beyond Summer Youth Program. This is a good event to learn about Red Cross events and services in the community. It's also a great way to show up and show support for a great program like Club Beyond.
The mission's so important. Certainly they help handle the landings fund for soldiers who are in need if their car breaks down or other tragedy in their lives. So It's such an important mission that they have here. I think it's important for all of us to support the Red Cross. I'm really happy with the turnout that we've had for this particular fundraiser.
The Run for Red is important because all the funding comes straight to the Red Cross here in the Coastal Empire. So most of the funding actually stays in the area and helps us out. You know, I may need it someday. If I'm gonna run, I'm gonna go all out, and I'm gonna represent my beliefs, and I believe in the American people and the flag. And that's why I run with the flag on every single run I do.
The biggest part of it is we just want to be all in with a partnership on the installation to help broadcast what the Red Cross does. There's so many opportunities beyond Fort Stewart to get plugged in, but when you know what the Red Cross can do for the families, and you can get educated but also come out and enjoy an event where you can run or walk and support a great cause, it allows you to learn what goes on beyond the cause of the Red Cross.
In our family, it's really important to focus not only on how we finish, but how we run the race. It was great to see him out there with the heart that he showed today. It's important to support not only healthy families, but being out here with our community. Supporting events like this is really important as a family and as a community.
Fort Stewart is getting ready to host its first blood drive in over 2 years. On March 20th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Newman Fitness Center, you can donate to help save someone's life. With us in the studio is Jamie Waterbury with Fort Stewart's American Red Cross to talk more about this event. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So who is invited and who's eligible to donate blood on this day?
Everyone that can come to Fort Stewart is eligible. It's not just for the soldiers, spouses, civilians. If you can get on Fort Stewart, you can come.
What is some of the common misconceptions about blood donation?
Blood donation is pretty straightforward. The phlebotomists that come in are pretty darn awesome. They're pretty great. So if you're afraid of needles, don't be worried. You can come in. They won't hurt you.
Why is it important that you have repeat donors?
It's very important to keep our blood supply up. The blood drives that we're having this year are spaced out far enough to where if you donate at this March blood drive, you're again eligible for the May blood drive and everyone after that this year.
Where can we go to find out more information about the American Red Cross blood donations?
You can go to www.redcrossblood.org, and there we have all of our information on who's eligible to donate, all of the deferral listings, and you can view those. They change constantly, so if you think you can't donate, please go on there and check.
Thank you, Jamie, for stopping by.
Thank you.
In honor of Women's History Month, 4th Brigade soldiers, leadership, and school children joined together for a ceremony at Club Stewart to recognize the sacrifices of women in the military throughout history. Photojournalist Zach Renstrom has more.
Military service is a calling for me, as it probably is for many of you. I wanted to be a soldier from my earliest childhood. And what a gift that no one ever had to say to me, no, you can't do that. You can't follow that dream. Only boys get to do that. That gift was handed down to me and many others from the generations of women who came before us, who boldly demanded equal opportunity to follow their dreams.
I'm Ovetta Culp-Hobby.
Today's event is representing the history of women within the military. It signifies where we were, where we started off as, and where we are today. I feel this event is important because it paves the way for women in the Army for our future endeavors. It kind of spotlights what previous women have done and the struggles and the strides that they have made to allow us to serve in the capacity that we serve today.
That gift of equal opportunity is something that none of us should take for granted. We have an obligation to preserve it, improve upon it, and pass it on to future generations.
To see how women back then, we didn't have as much opportunities as we do now, and feel a little bit honored to have all the experiences I do.
AKO email accounts are shutting down. Make sure that when you switch to the Enterprise email system that your CAC certificates are correctly aligned to your new Enterprise email account. If your CAC expires in the next 90 days, you can renew it now. For further questions on verifying your @mail.mil address, contact your Information Management Officer.
Listen up, soldiers. It's going to be a 4-day weekend that is well deserved. I want everyone to enjoy themselves. If you drink, do not drive. You have heard me state my zero tolerance policy about this kind of thing before.
Sergeant Zero, pay attention. This is important. Truck driver rules are the Article 15. Am I understood?
Roger, Sergeant Major. Sergeant Major's right. I want to give anyone another Article 15 on Monday. Company attention. Dismissed. Hey, Zero, ready to drive? Yeah, we only had a few. You sure? Yeah.
He's just buzzed. He'll be fine.
Whatever do you see at PT on Monday.
How you doing, sir? Sergeant Evans, Fort Stewart Military Police. Let me see your license, registration, proof of insurance. All right, so you've been drinking tonight?
Yeah, I've had a few.
Okay, well, let me go back to the car, run your license, and I'll be right back. All right, sir, could you go ahead and step out of the vehicle? I'm going to place you on apprehension for suspected DUI. Put your hands on your back.
Sergeant Zero, after looking at all the evidence presented to me, I find you guilty of driving while intoxicated. I take this matter very seriously, as you could have injured yourself or other innocent people. Your counseling file indicates you signed the Marne Pledge, and you were briefed on the consequences of driving while intoxicated, yet you chose to make a childlike decision to do so. Do you have anything to say before I decide your punishment?
No, ma'am.
You're dismissed. Wait outside.
Bye.
Sergeant Zero, I sentence you to 45 days extra duty, 45 days restriction, reduction in rank to E1, forfeiture of a half month's pay for 2 months, and I'm recommending you be chaptered out of the Army as a rehab failure.
Step back.
The safety of the community is important to Team Stewart. From March 2nd to the 8th, there was 1 DUI and 3rd ID.
Remember to have some Marne pride. Don't drink and drive.
Coming up on the Marne Report, find out where you can sell some of your household goods you found during spring cleaning.
You can use it in case you get a Red Cross message and you don't have the funds to get home. The AER can help you get home.
You can use AER for emergencies such as getting home to loved ones, or if your car breaks down, or sometimes even paying bills.
You can use AER for emergency reasons, such as if my car breaks down, then I can use AER.
Oh my gosh, I am so frustrated about this wedding right now. I don't even know where to start. I dream about it my whole life. I mean, we should just forget about it and just run to Vegas.
No. Let me see here. Let's just go to the Bridal and Event Expo.
To the what?
The Bridal and Event Expo.
Oh my gosh, honey, you're the best. I feel better already. Let's call Club Stewart.
Right answer.
In fact, Club Stewart has a bridal show and event planning expo planned 26 April from 1:30 to 4:30 inside our main ballrooms. We're featuring 40 Coastal Empire vendors ready to sit down with you and offer all the great opportunities they have to make a wonderful wedding experience. This isn't just any bridal show and event planning expo. We've got a fashion show. We've got some great vendors giving do-it-yourself tips on our presentation stage. We've got some great fashion advice from some wonderful ladies who are giving us the show with dresses from all around the Coastal Empire. We've got swag bags, gift bags, all kinds of cool prizes and things for everyone who comes to this event. In fact, each vendor is going to have samples of different things they're offering, such as perfumes, baked goods, which I cannot wait to try one of every one, and anything else you can imagine. We've got that coming up this 26 April. This isn't just any bridal show and event planning expo. Our vendors are geared up for fun all day long. Need a dress? We've got it. Need a photographer? Not a problem. Looking for a bakery, florist, anything else? We can handle everything. For more information, call 912-767-4717 or send an email to martha.j.jackson@us.army.mil. We're also on Facebook and Twitter as CS Bridal Babe, so make sure you look us up and join our pages for updates and periodic special deals. My name is Martha Jackson, and I can't wait to plan this special day with you.
Stupid or something?
I can't do this anymore. I can't do us.
No, what's wrong with you?
It's not getting
You are dealing with pain, anger, a heaviness. It feels like there is no way out. It seems like you are in this by yourself, battling alone. But you are part of one Army family, shoulder to shoulder with a community there to get you through these hard times. There is no shame, no guilt in seeking out help. So if you are struggling, feeling depressed, or even having thoughts of suicide, it is time to talk to someone. Your Army family is committed to finding you the strength and hope you need to rebound from adversity. Because, above all else, our most essential resource is you.
Welcome back to the Marne Report. Are you looking for some fun things to do with your family? Then let's check in with Molly Cook, who is here to give us a look at an upcoming event.
Hi, I'm Molly Cook, and this is your MWR Minute. Spring is in the air, and that can mean only one thing: spring cleaning. Before you head up the garbage can, don't forget that one man's trash is another man's treasure. Make some extra pocket change during the upcoming Great MWR Post-Wide Housing Garage Sale. Registration is currently underway for this annual event that will take place on April 25th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Stewart and Hunter. Registration is free and also ensures that your garage is placed on a map of sale sites for potential buyers to see. Only residents of Post Housing are eligible to sell. However, everyone, to include the public, is invited to shop throughout the neighborhoods on the day of the sale. If you're interested in participating, contact the Fort Stewart Sports Office at 912-767-8238 or Hunter's Tominac Fitness Center at 912-315-2019. To learn more about our upcoming events, visit us online at www.stewartmwr.com or www.huntermwr.com. FMWR, we're your complete destination for families, fun, and fitness.
The Marne Trail Bass Tournament, a catch and release event, will begin at 6:30 a.m. on March 21st at Pineview Lake on Fort Stewart. Cash prizes will be awarded for first place and largest bass. The fee is $25 for active duty soldiers, retirees, and their family members, as well as youth ages 15 years and younger. The registration is $35 for the civilian community. Sign up at the Stewart Hunter Pass and Permit offices. For additional details, call 912-435-8061 at Fort Stewart or 912-315-5163 at Hunter. The Fort Stewart community came out to enjoy some outdoor fun at Newman Field and got to meet the famous Budweiser Clydesdales.
getting them to come to Fort Stewart and allowing the families to go out and visit the Clydesdales has always been a big treat for our kids. It's kind of like our character meet and greets. The kids recognize those horses. They love those horses. They see them, you know, moving through the snow and some of their commercials and different things. So it's not so much about the product as it is the iconic vision of those Clydesdales pulling that wagon. So it's great to have them here at Fort Stewart, and we're happy to that they can fit it into their schedule this year.
Do you still need to file your taxes? Appointments at the Marne Tax Center are available from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on March 17th. They will be closed from 11:30 to 1 p.m. for lunch. Bring your military IDs, Social Security cards, all statements of income, and other necessary tax forms. Call 912-767-1040 for appointments at Fort Stewart or 912-315-3675 at Hunter Army Airfield. So far, the Marne Tax Center has saved over $600,000 in tax prep fees.
The Corkin Family Fun Center reopened March 13th after renovating several areas inside the facility. The center provides affordable family entertainment to the Fort Stewart community, including roller skating, laser tag, a 3D climbing room, and much more. For more information on the Corkin Family Center and how you can plan a day of fun, call 912-767-4273. To find out what's happening across Fort Stewart, Hunter Army Airfield, and Kelly Hill, we turn to the Frontline newspaper.
Let's check in with Managing Editor Elvia Kelly for this week's news.
Hello, I'm Elvia Kelly, and I'll be giving you the latest details from the Frontline. For the March 12th edition, check out the lead story on the front page, where February 27th marked the 24th anniversary of Operation Desert Storm, where nearly 100 retired soldiers gathered to remember their friends who did not make it home following that operation. On page 2A, you'll find the photo called Hero Soldier Visits Teen He Rescued. Staff Sergeant Victor Velasquez and Chief Warrant Officer 4, David Longoria, both with 160th SOAR, visits with 14-year-old Marquad Smith, a teen who was struck by a car and pinned underneath outside the Montgomery Street Gate in Savannah. And this week's photo spread sheds light on squad live fire exercises. During the 100-hour Operation Desert Storm, 24th Infantry Division lost 16 soldiers. This year's reunion and memorial was the work of two dedicated men who deployed with 24th ID in support of Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm. Both Velasquez and Longoria, along with a few civilians, helped rescue Smith from a near-tragic accident. The teen will be confined to his house for 8 weeks while he mends from a dislocated right shoulder, a shattered knee, and a slight concussion. Smith thanked the soldiers and the civilians who took quick action, controlling the situation, saving his life. Infantry from 3rd Battalion, 69th Armor Regiment, 1st Armor Brigade Combat Team strengthened unit cohesion during Operation Provide Power. It was a 5-day field training exercise at Fort Stewart, which was an opportunity for the company to conduct multi-echelon training from the teams at company level, incorporating close combat attack aviation, close air support, fire support, and unmanned aerial systems into realistic scenario-based live fire exercises. Join us on the Marne Report to catch the most current news and events found in the Frontline across Fort Stewart, Hunter Army Airfield, and online at our Frontline website at stewartfrontline.com.
Coming up, soldiers at Kelly Hill take teamwork to the playing field.
There's a lot of possibilities for it, but it's especially if you find yourself in a difficult situation where, for example, you have emergency travel, and it's available to just kind of help see you through that time.
You use AER loan in events of emergency. It's a one-time, no-interest loan for if you had an emergency situation such as a soldier's family member passed away. You can use it for a plane ticket. If things got out of hand, soldier unable to pay bills, things such as that nature.
Emergency funding, such as if my car broke down, I could ask for a loan.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. He's not one of us. Stuck in reverse. And tears come streaming down your face. can't replace. Lights will guide you home, and I will try to fix you.
One of the biggest stressors in life is finances, is money. And that's where AER can provide that assistance. They can take away that financial worry from soldiers. I've never had one soldier come back disapproved.
I was recently separated. I had 4 children to support, and my Army Emergency Relief Counselor advised that I should apply for the loan to get assistance to pay the bills that I needed, housing allowance, child care, and the other bills in order to keep myself on track. Then it came time where I needed AER, and I had to do research, and I thank God for the people that were there to provide the assistance to let me know and educate me that AER is available to reserve soldiers who are Title 10 over 30 days. So I spoke to my commander, we went over and spoke with a financial counselor, and she is also the Army Emergency Relief representative, and at the end of the day, I was able to get the money that I needed to pay the bills that I needed to help with child care and my housing allowance, and to get everything caught up.
Army Emergency Relief is truly a commander's program. From company commanders and first sergeants all the way through the garrison commanders and garrison command sergeants major, they are all dedicated to ensuring that soldiers' financial needs are met.
AER has been a blessing. Because of the AER scholarship, she was able to start her college education, to see it start and to see it finish. AER, it made the journey possible.
There are symbols that represent loss. There are symbols that represent strength. And there are symbols that represent both. Remember, respect, and honor our fallen military heroes and the sacrifice and strength of surviving families who wear the Gold Star pins.
Welcome back. In this week's Task Force Fitness, sports and the military have many things in common, teamwork being at the forefront. Soldiers from Kelly Hill on Fort Benning demonstrate how the values they possess in the Army can carry over to the playing field.
Like the military, sports is all about teamwork and discipline. The quick winds and crisp air create a tough environment at Doughboy Stadium on Fort Benning for the soldiers from 3rd Squadron, 1st Cavalry Regiment, 3rd Armored Brigade Combat Team, 3rd Infantry Division. During the semifinals of the preseason tournament, Black Hawk soldiers battled it out with service members from 1st Squadron, 16th Cavalry Regiment, 316th Cavalry Brigade.
Soccer's my passion. I love doing this. I play 3 or 4 times a week, so it's always nice to get out with some of the guys you work with and get out here and play.
The preseason tournament precedes the regular season, in which soldiers compete to earn points towards the Commander's Cup. Working in a professional environment under your teammates before playing on the field besides them helps create an unbreakable bond.
Some of the guys you know them a little bit better, so you got a little bit more understanding on the field. But being a soldier with these guys also helps a lot, because you have just a pretty good understanding of each other and what you're going to do, where you're going to run, what pass you're going to make.
Whether it's running during PT or simple basic soldier tasks, these soldiers take everything they learn in the military and apply it during competition. This type of thinking helps them defeat 116-42 and earn 2nd place in the preseason tournament. Bachelor Shorty Matthews, Fort Benning, Georgia.
The Commander's Cup is a competition that lasts throughout the year that may include athletes and other Army programs that aim to foster resilience amongst service members. That's all for this week's Marne Report.
You can watch the Marne Report in the morning at 5, 5:30, and 8 and 8:30, noon and in the evening at 5, 5:30, 9, and 11. Or as always, check us out on the web at stewart.army.mil and subscribe to the Third ID YouTube channel so you never miss an episode. Have a great week. Rock of the Marne.